Hello students, this is Mrs. Miller, and the purpose of this video is to show you how to complete our character traits assignment in our interactive notebook. Now this is lesson 6 and it's about character traits. First I want to show you what the finished product is going to look like. You can see here that I have character traits. I have a little description that says describe a character on the inside. I have my character, and when I open this up you can see that I have a character trait for the character and an explanation of why that character has the trait. I used a detail from the text, and then I have another one on this side, and on the bottom I wrote who my character is. Okay, so I'm going to just turn the page and we're going to walk through this together. Let me show you what you need. You need this paper here, the character traits cutout page. You can use this page here. It says the sample character traits. And then this is just the directions, and I will be going over those with you. Okay? First it says select a character from your story. Pick 2 traits from the list, and the list is right here. Write them on the inside of the flaps. Write specific details from the text that shows that the character has these traits. So when I say write them on the inside of the flaps, that's what this is right here. I wrote a character trait on the inside of each flap, and then I used details from the text to explain how the character has those traits. Okay? And then this is just some pictures of the final product. Now, here we go. I'm going to take this page here, and I'm going to cut out the character traits, and I'm going to cut out around the perimeter here. Now remember, a character trait is a word that describes somebody's personality. Okay? And so we can know somebody's character trait based on the thoughts that they have, based on their actions, based on their words, based on sometimes the narrator gives us direct characterization and just tells us the character trait of the person. Okay? Alright, there's my character traits cut out. And now I'm just going to cut this page out, or this part out. I'm going to cut around the perimeter. You can go ahead and do this with me. You can push pause. If at any point I go too fast, you can just push pause on the video and take your time to get this done. Okay? Alright. Now, I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to glue the character traits part right up there. Remember, if you're still cutting, you can just push pause on the video, and then you can pick up once you're done with that. Okay. Then I'm going to glue this. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm just going to put glue on the inside of just this portion here, because I'm going to have to cut this line once it's glued down. So I'm going to just put some glue right here and right here. I'm going to press that down like that. Alright. And I'm going to give that just a moment to dry. And while that's drying, I'm going to write character traits describes a character on the inside. It's important to know these aren't physical traits. It's not telling us about how they look on the outside. It's about the inside. Describes a character on, I'm sorry about that, my pen is running out. Let me just grab a different one. Describes a character on the inside. And I'm going to underline inside so I remember. A character trait is a word that describes the character on the inside. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut this line right here. I'm just going to cut right down that line so that I have two flaps. Okay, now I'm going to write a character trait of one of my characters right here. And I have the sample character traits list for you. If you're having trouble thinking of a trait, you can just pull one right off of this list. Okay, so I'm going to write a character trait. I'm going to put happy. And then on this side, I'm going to write a different character trait. And I'm going to put energetic. Now, the character that I'm going to select is I'm gonna pick my daughter Naomi because I like to use her. I'm just going to draw a line here down the center. Okay. And I'm going to put something that Naomi does that shows that she's happy. Naomi smiles and laughs a lot. That's a detail to show that she's happy because somebody who is happy smiles and laughs a lot. On this side, I'm going to put a detail to show how she's energetic. Naomi runs around the house for hours at a time. She plays with her toys and with Tito, our dog. Okay, so now I have two traits and I have details to show why the character or Naomi has these traits. Now, since I didn't use a book, I can't put a page number, but since you're using a story, I want you to be able to put a page number where you get your details. So let's pretend I had read a story about Naomi and these are the things that she did. I would just go back and look at my text and find which page this set this on, and then I could just put that in quotation or in parentheses. So let's say this was on page 5 through 7, and maybe this was on page 8, and then I put my period. Okay, one more thing I need to do at the bottom, I need to put my character, who I used on the inside. I put character, and I'll put Naomi. Okay, now what I would like for you to do is go ahead and complete this activity with a character from the story that we recently read.